Hey, how's it going? I guess I didn't realize it at the time, but I realize it now. I need to really give you an introduction to this alien abduction thing. Actually, I don't even need to give you an an introduction to it. I don't need to give you an introduction to it. What I need to do is I need to explain to you why I want to teach you about this alien abduction uh, story. The real reason that I want to show you and prove to you that we have alien abductions going on around us on actually a scary number and a scary number. A lot of people have reported it, and what's happening to these people when they're being abducted. Well, the prominent thing is fear. I don't think I've ever listened to a single alien abduction story. And I'm going to queue up some, like I said here. You're going to be looking at it going, geez, it sure seems like that person's being genuine. There's a lot of them. I mean, again, this is a subject that never ends, never stops. There's a lot of alien abduction stories, but none of them that I've seen so far weren't associated with a fear on a level that you don't experience it. I'm talking about the kind of fear that you experience before you die. The kind of fear. These are terrifying experiences. They're all related in that respect. What other respects are they related in? All related in the respect that there is apparently, we're being pushed to recognize that we are killing our planet. Well, fuck's sake, people, dude, aliens, anybody. Sorry, God, that makes me mad. We know, okay? We know. So that doesn't even matter. So let's get past that killing the planet part, okay? Ah, it makes me so angry. I just saw some anger welling up in me. It's a little taste of what's to come, okay? Because I'm going to have my peace at the end of all this. Um, yeah, so fear and global concern, okay, and uh, apparently, every single one of them, what they all have in common, another thing they all have in common is they apparently are interested in the human reproductive organs, our vehicle, the human reproductive vehicle. So in other words, they're interested in what comes from a man, what comes from a woman, and how it all, they appear to be taking samples of semen and things of that nature, in other words, in all of them. And then the last one that they seem to be all having in common is a spiritual message. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate what this spiritual message has to you. Now, you know, the reason that, I'm telling you all these things is because I'm trying to get out of all of this. I'm trying to extract an overall, this is what is being shown to us. I'm trying to extract that. And when I extract it, you're going to find out that there are serious spiritual implications. More serious the spiritual implications than anything else. Easily. Okay? So that's where, if there is a fear, it should lie with you. I don't have any fear at all whatsoever towards any human being or alien on this planet or anything, because I don't fear death. I'm not looking forward to the act of dying, particularly if it, involves any kind of a torture. But I'm not even fucking scared of that because I've had my share of pain in life. Trust me, and I'll be leading into that story later also. Okay, but this whole alien abduction scenario, okay, now with the sperm taking, the thing where they're taking sperm, I've heard that's after that are where the stories vary. That's where the stories start to vary. And I don't really care because what really matters to me is what happens to my eternal soul, my spirit. because that's who I am. I'm not. I'm not this carbon-based life form that you see sitting here. If you think you're the carbon-based life form that's sitting here watching me right now, you need to you need to think about things. Seriously, think about things. You have one little last push of growing up left to do in your life. You are a human spirit, okay? Occupying this body, and there is a reason behind it, okay? A very good reason, okay? And when I look at this alien abduction issue, I see a high spiritual concern, and that is the avenue to the end of this for me. That's where I'm heading. I'm heading towards this spiritual concern, okay? Because that's what really counts the most. Once this body's gone, then what happens? What are you going to do to me next? I'm only going to be planning on being here for a little while longer, not much longer. And I am not an atheist, so I believe very clearly that life goes on. Okay, and matter of fact, I believe when we die, we're actually born, and I mean that in a literal sense. So now, let's move on. I don't want this video to take too long. Let's move on, and please stick with me to the end of this, because I have a light at the end of the tunnel with the spiritual issue from these alien abductions. That's what this all leads up to. It all leads up, it's all this proof that I'm giving you all leads up to this, and the spiritual issue is the light at the end of the tunnel for this, for me. Because it wraps it all up. Where do we stand? What's our rank in all of this? What are they claiming to us? What are they saying? You know what I'm saying? And where do we need to be concerned? And what the hell happened to our God? You know? So, now we're really delving into it. Stick with me, stay tuned.